fucking hate this so much. I've never hated anything for so long. I'm dying.
A man was helping a woman secure herself on a safety rope, maybe for climbing or filming. Everything seemed controlled, safe, until he began to descend himself. Suddenly he slipped. His body slid uncontrollably, like on a water slide, careening down the slope. He nearly hit a rock with his head. Panic raced through everyone watching. Luckily, he fell into the water, tumbling and turning, but alive. The questions haunted them. What if it had been the woman? Would she have survived the same fall? Was the man seriously injured, or was he just lucky this time? Hikers were descending the mountain staircase. Water slicked every step. The wood glistened, treacherous underfoot. One slip was enough to send a person tumbling. The bottom wasn't visible. The ground below stretched far, far away, shrouded in mist and shadow. Every step felt like a gamble. One misstep could mean a long, uncontrolled fall. The fear was immediate. How far could I slide? Would I hit rocks? Could any of them survive if they tumbled all the way down? Sometimes, even the safest path becomes terrifying when the earth itself seems determined to throw you into the unknown. A man was under a bridge, climbing and jumping along the iron beams that supported its weight. Maybe he was testing himself, seeking thrill, or just enjoying the height. It wasn't clear. Then, suddenly, he missed a step. It looked almost intentional, but the fall was real. He plunged downward. Luck held. He landed in the water below, his feet hitting first, sparing him from serious injury. But the questions lingered. What if he hadn't landed in the water? What if he had struck the hard ground or rocks below? What if the impact had hit his head? It was a sharp reminder that thrill can come with a knife edge of danger, and sometimes survival depends entirely on fortune. The hiker never heard the bear coming. One moment the forest was quiet, the next heavy breathing. From nowhere, a bear stepped into view, fear locked. His legs. He couldn't run. He slipped behind a tree, barely daring to breathe.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
The bear moved closer, slow and deliberate, sniffing the air. Every step felt like the end. His hands were shaking so badly that his jacket slipped from his grip and fell to the ground. The sound was loud, too loud. The bear stopped, lowered its head, sniffed the jacket, circled it.
No. Hello.
Ika stood frozen, heart pounding, knowing that if the bear lifted its head and looked up, there would be nowhere left to hide. Two hikers were seen clinging near the edge of a cliff, dangerously close to a roaring waterfall. The ground beneath them was slick, unstable, and every move looked like a mistake waiting to happen. No one knew how they ended up there. One wrong turn, a collapsed trail, or curiosity pulling them too far. The waterfall thundered beside them, drowning out their voices. What if one slipped? What if the force of the water dragged them over the edge? There was no clear way back, only fear, shaking hands, and the terrible question, did they climb down willingly, or were they already falling when someone saw them? A group of hikers froze when they saw a bear coming straight toward them on the same narrow trail. On one side was a steep drop toward an unknown end below. On the other side, rock. No space to run, no space to hide. They tried to scare it off, waving and shouting, hearts pounding.
Get away! Hey!
For a moment the bear hesitated. Then it stepped closer, muscles tense, eyes locked on them. What if it charged? What if panic made someone slip? In that silence they realized the truth. On a path like this, One wrong move could decide everything. The lady suddenly stopped on the trail. Her legs were shaking, her chest aching, tears falling without control. She was exhausted, completely drained. The path behind her felt endless. The path ahead even worse. She cried from fear, from frustration, from the thought that her body might give up before she reached safety.
I fucking hate this so much. I've never hated anything more. It's so hard. I'm dying. We are. Okay.
What if she couldn't walk anymore? What if night fell? What if no one came? She wiped her face, breathing hard. The question wasn't where the trail led anymore. It was whether she had the strength to take even one more step. On the mountainside, two men tried to climb down using a single rope. The drop below them was steep, jagged, unforgiving. One man went first, trusting the rope with his full weight. The other stayed above, gripping it tight, anchoring him. Then it happened. The rope slipped. The man above lost his footing. In a split second, both of them were falling, scraping rock, helmets knocking stone, bodies crashing hard before finally stopping. Silence followed. They survived this time. Barely. But what if the drop had been deeper? What if their heads had struck the rock just once more? What if no one was there to help? On a mountain, one mistake is all it takes for survival to turn into tragedy. A man was driving when he suddenly stopped. The road was quiet, bushes on both sides. At first, he saw a cow blocking the way. Then he noticed something else, someone sitting low on the ground, almost signalling, perfectly still.
ये क्या चीज़ है यार? अजीब सा मामला हुआ। ये उस गाड़ी यार।
From a distance, it didn't look human. If he hadn't slowed down, she might have mistaken it for something far worse. His heart raced. What was that? Why was it there? For a moment, fear took over. It felt like a trap. And he wondered, what if he hadn't stopped in time? On a snowy Monday in Everest, a small group of people huddled together on the mountain. The cold was brutal, the wind cutting through everything. Maybe they came together to survive. Maybe they were already too weak to move. Snow kept falling, covering their legs, their backs, their faces. From a distance, no one could tell. Were they resting, frozen in fear, or already gone? In that cold, sleep is dangerous. You close your eyes for a moment and your body gives up. The question hangs in the air. Were they still alive? Or had the mountain already claimed them? The lady kept, climbing, gripping the cold rock as the mountain wall rose higher and higher. Her arms burned, her legs trembled, but she didn't stop. Looking down was not an option. One slip, one mistake, and the fall would be unforgiving. The wind howled around her, whispering doubt into her ears. Her fingers searched for the next hold. Loose stone, crumbling edges. Her heart raced. What if the rock gave way? What if her strength failed now?
No! That was so hard. Holy shit. That was so...
Then she reached a ledge and exhaled, thinking she had made it. But was this really the top, or just another false end before something worse waited above? A man stood at the top of a narrow staircase carved into the rock. It wasn't a normal climb. These steps clung to the side of the mountain, hanging above nothing but open air. Far below, jagged stones waited in silence. The staircase shook slightly with every movement. He couldn't rush, couldn't turn back, couldn't look down for too long. One slip, one moment of lost balance, and there would be no second chance. His legs tightened, his breath shortened. What if someone slipped below him? What if he slipped and took others with him? The staircase felt endless, as if it had no bottom. All he could do was keep going, eyes forward, hoping the mountain would let him pass. The hiker was trying to reach the top of the mountain, but snow covered everything, deep, slippery, unrelenting. Every step felt like walking on ice, every handhold uncertain. He had to use ropes and other climbing gear to assist himself. Then it happened. He slipped, heart in his throat, body sliding toward the void. His hands caught the rope just in time, halting the fall. But the thought lingered. What if he hadn't grabbed it? What if he had fallen? The rocks below were unforgiving. One misstep and it could have been the end, a fractured skull, a fall into the endless snow, or worse. A group of researchers was working on a mountain, explaining observations and pointing at the streams and rocks around. Them! The terrain was steep, slippery, and unforgiving. Suddenly, one of them lost his footing. He slipped, unconscious for a moment, tumbling down the slope. The heart stopped for everyone watching. If he had hit his head on the rocks, if the fall had been a few inches to the side, it could have been fatal. But luck held. He plunged straight into the water below, the current carrying him safely. While hiking, a man rode his bicycle along a narrow mountain path. The trail was steep, uneven, unforgiving. Suddenly he lost balance and fell, tumbling down the slope with his bike.
Oh shit! He's still going!
His head camera kept rolling, capturing every terrifying second. Luck had some role that day, but questions remained. What if he hadn't been wearing a helmet? What if the slope had jagged rocks or sharp roots in his path? The man's motorcycle suddenly broke down in a jungle notorious for deadly tiger attacks. As he desperately tried to restart it, someone in a car behind him began recording. Panic set in. He kept kicking the engine, but it refused to come alive. Then, out of the shadows, a tiger slowly crept closer, clearly preparing to strike. Just as the tension peaked, the video abruptly cut off. Let's hope he managed to dive into the car before it was too late. While hiking through Forest Park, a hiker noticed something that instantly felt wrong just off the trail. Sitting neatly on the ground were a pair of spotless heels, a bracelet, and a handwritten note. The shoes looked almost brand new, far too clean to be abandoned in the middle of the forest. What made it worse was the message on the note, which gave the entire scene an unsettling tone. Everything appeared deliberately placed, as if someone wanted it to be found. Trusting their instincts, the hiker didn't touch a thing, and instead contacted the Portland police tip line, fearing it could be connected to something far more serious. While hiking along a quiet road late at night, a Reddit user stumbled upon something deeply unsettling. At first glance, it looked unreal, so unbelievable that they couldn't stop reacting to it. This wasn't just strange, it was easily one of the most disturbing things they had ever seen.
I mean, this is number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, top 5 ever. This is absolutely insane. I'm not even kidding. Somebody took the top off the Maybach on him too. This is...
Lying on the side of the road was a dead crocodile, its body strangely coated in what appeared to be sand. But as they moved closer, the truth became horrifyingly clear.
That's the most rice. I mean, that's Mount Everest. That's the disco rice Mount Everest. I don't even know what to say. This is the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen. Ever.
It wasn't sand at all. The entire surface of the crocodile was alive, crawling as flies circled overhead. The animal was already far gone, claimed by decay, and in time nothing remained except bare bones. A sight so shocking, the hiker said they still struggled to find words for it. A Reddit hiker was walking the Trail of 10 Falls, soaking in the calm of the forest, when the silence was shattered. A long, eerie scream echoed through the trees, loud enough to make his blood run cold. Fighting the urge to investigate, he stayed on the trail and started recording, unwilling to move closer to whatever was making that sound. Later at home, he played the audio for his wife. That's when things got stranger. She told him she'd heard the same scream in the same area just a day earlier. Curious and unsettled, he spent hours comparing the sound to local bird calls, but nothing seemed to match. Was something truly wrong in those woods? When he finally shared the recording online, commenters rushed in with explanations. Most agreed it was likely ravens, birds infamous for making calls that can sound hauntingly human. Others suggested a fox or even a cougar. In the end, it was probably just wildlife doing what wildlife does, even if, in that moment, it sounded like something far more disturbing. While hiking along the Kings Creek Falls Trail in Lassen Volcanic National Park, a group of visitors noticed something unsettling. Small, mysterious holes scattered across the ground. Curious, they started recording and moved in for a closer look. Strange insects suddenly burst out of the holes, launching themselves upward with shocking speed. The hikers were stunned. They had never seen anything like it before.
Hell.
Oh.
Yo, we had the trio.
The footage quickly caught attention, and experts later identified the creatures as tiger beetle larvae. These insects are expert ambush predators. They hide inside underground burrows, perfectly camouflaged, then rocket out to snatch passing prey with their powerful jaws. While their appearance and behavior can be disturbing, there's no need to panic. They pose no threat to humans. While walking along a quiet bay in Mexico, someone captured a video that would soon ignite mystery forums across the internet. The footage was shaky, filmed in broad daylight, yet what appeared on screen left viewers stunned. At first glance, the figure gliding through the water looked like a crocodile, or maybe an alligator. But there was one problem. Locals confirmed that no crocodiles or alligators live anywhere near that area. So what was it? As the video spread, theories exploded. Some dismissed it as an unknown animal or a trick of the light. Others weren't so sure. With no clear explanation and no known wildlife to match what was seen, one chilling question remained. Was this simply a misidentified creature? Or could it be something far more extraordinary, like a real-life mermaid? A man from Texas bought an old property to turn into an Airbnb, but what he found inside was far from ordinary. While cleaning with two women, he discovered hidden file cabinets stuffed with shocking items: Secret Service folders, government debrief documents, multiple passports, and even a photo of George and Barbara Bush with a handwritten note on the back. After hours of sorting through the files, they realized the home once belonged to a man named Lee, an Air Force member in the 1960s who later served in the Secret Service on President Lyndon B. Johnson's detail. The owner shared some findings online but kept others private, saying they were too sensitive. Now, many believe he may have accidentally uncovered classified government secrets. A group of friends staying in a remote cabin spotted something moving on a nearby mountainside. The figure was massive, far larger than any person. As they watched and recorded, it suddenly vanished.
Dude, I'm telling you guys, it's not a fucking person, bro. Look.
Dude, what the fuck is that?
That's a hiker. No, it's not, bro. That's not a person.
That's way bigger than a fucking hiker, bro.
Bro, that's not.
So what was it? Clever video editing? Or something real? Maybe even alien? A Reddit user's bird feeder camera caught something chilling. In the image stood a figure that looked eerily like a woman in an old-fashioned dress frozen in the darkness. The site reportedly kept the uploader awake for days. Some said it was just a trick of light, others found no edits at all, but no one ever figured out what the camera truly captured. On a quiet, sun-soaked afternoon, a biker was casually filming his, right when the trail ahead revealed a shocking surprise. A massive alligator stretched across his path. He didn't stop, just rode straight past it. The gator stayed calm, but the realization of how close he came to danger was chilling. Unresolved Reddit user Mr. Tatrui12 visited a closed UK castle and snapped a quick photo. At the time, only 2 people were near the entrance. No one else was inside. But when the photo developed, a black silhouette appeared where the floor shouldn't have been. Years later, the family is still puzzled, and even now, studying film production, the Reddit user can't explain the mysterious image. It remains an unsolved enigma. A Reddit user was doing yard work around 7:15 AM, alone in the quiet forest. Their security camera caught movement which looked like a person standing nearby. At first it seemed normal, but the longer they watched, the stranger it got. The figure had a body and outfit, but no neck, almost like the clothes were floating on their own. The user hadn't seen anyone all morning, making this an unsettling sight no one would expect on an ordinary day. While hiking through the forest, a man veered off the trail and spotted a strange figure ahead. As he drew closer, he realized it wasn't human, but a life-sized humanoid made entirely of brown packing tape, standing perfectly upright. No one was around, and it looked freshly placed. Uneasy, he backed away, leaving with a lingering question. Why was it there, and for what purpose? A TikTok user in Sacramento spotted movement in his bushes while building a fence. What first looked like shadows soon revealed a woman crawling through the foliage. Was she a prowler, someone in danger, or just part of a prank?
You see her? Look at that face. Oh my god. It's right there staring at me. Dude, how fucking scary is that shit?
Her reason for being there remains a mystery. Terrifying. A hiker stumbled upon a bear den and captured this incredible moment on video.
I'm in the middle of this bear den, and look at this. Look at this female bear. She's just sleeping. She's under her pile of leaves. There's the rest of her den deep inside the cave here, but what an amazing experience here.
Inside, a large female bear was peacefully sleeping under a pile of leaves, deep in her den. He quietly observed for a moment before leaving, clearly a risky encounter best left to professionals. Never try this yourself. A woman living deep in a US forest woke up to her dogs acting frantic. When she followed them outside, she froze. A monkey was standing in her yard. Monkeys aren't supposed to exist in the wild here, so nothing about it made sense. Escaped pet or something else entirely.
This damn monkey is in my yard.
Either way, it was a bizarre sight she couldn't explain. Plush toys. While hiking past a forest campsite, a Reddit user stumbled on something disturbing. The tree was littered with small plush toys. The scene felt eerily wrong, and shaken by the unsettling vibe, he shared it online, asking if anyone else would be creeped out too. 15 years ago, a man checked his trail cameras and found something that still haunts him. The grainy photos showed a tall, wolf-like figure standing upright, part man, part beast. The images were unclear, but the shape and posture were unmistakable. Whatever stepped into, the frame wasn't any ordinary animal, and to this day, no one can explain what it was. Reddit user EnviroPirate snapped a photo on a rural property and shared it online just 15 minutes later. Behind the fire, a strange shape seemed to rise, almost human in form. The area was already known for its eerie reputation, and what made the image even creepier was that the figure appeared in only one shot. It's likely just a lens flare shaped by the flames. The outline matches the fire almost perfectly. Still, it looks uncannily human. This chilling video was shared by a Reddit user, and it captures one of the most intense encounters you can have while hiking alone in the forest. Everything was peaceful, the sound of birds, the rustling of leaves, until he noticed something massive moving forward in the forest trail. A gigantic moose with enormous antlers began walking straight toward him. You could feel his fear through the camera. He quickly ducked behind a tree, barely breathing, hoping it wouldn't notice him. Because when an animal that size decides to charge, there's nowhere to run. Imagine being deep in the forest, no one around, and this huge creature starts approaching you. Would you stand still and face it, or hide and hope it walks away? Sometimes nature's beauty can also be its most terrifying side. What would you do in his place? This chilling video was shared by a TikTok user who went hiking deep in the forest, just to enjoy the calmness of nature. Everything seemed peaceful, until it wasn't. Out of nowhere, a strange, thunderous growl echoed through the trees, loud, deep, and unsettling.
I think it's time to go.
He looked around, but there was nothing in sight. No movement, no sign of life. Just that terrifying sound getting closer and closer. It felt like an unseen predator was watching, waiting. Realizing something wasn't right, he decided to leave before things turned dangerous. But what could have made that sound? A hungry wild animal? Or something far more mysterious hiding in the shadows of the forest? If you were in his place, alone and surrounded by that sound, would you stay and investigate, or run for your life? Sometimes the forest is quiet until it wants to be heard. This fascinating and slightly eerie video was posted by a YouTube channel, Outer Range, who hiked through a mountainous area full of ancient ruins. As he explored deeper, he stumbled upon something truly unbelievable, a 2-story building built right into the mountainside.
That's what I seen when I was glassing, but on the backside, look here, whole nother structure. Looks fairly, wow, look at that. Oh my goodness. See, it's built in, can't wait to get up there and see this.
The structure looked ancient, made entirely of clay and stone, standing silently against time. It was clear that people once lived here, but why would anyone choose to build their home inside a mountain in such an isolated place? Was it for protection, a hidden community, or something far more mysterious?
There's like a pocket right over here. Very cavernous area here, but it only goes back maybe 2.5 feet. I don't want to walk in or try to get in because the way this door was built, or it looks a little, let's see if I can brighten this up. I'll just reach in here. It even has an old piece of timber in here that was used for something. Oh wow, this is so, goodness, look at this. Let's see if I can, hopefully you can see the walls they're just black, completely black. So this one little, if I could give you a dimension, it's like 5 feet by 5 feet. But look up here, look up above.
You can almost feel the whispers of history in the cold mountain air. If you were the explorer, would you dare to stay overnight in that old mountain house, surrounded by nothing but silence and shadows? Or would you turn back before discovering what still lingers there? Some places were never meant to be found. Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. This terrifying video was shared by a TikTok user who went hiking alone through a quiet forest trail, or so she thought. The walk started peacefully, just the sound of leaves and birds, until she suddenly heard something strange. A loud growling, soft at first, whispering from the bushes. She stopped, looked around, but nothing was there. Then it came again, louder this time, closer, Her heart started racing. What could be inside the bush trying to get her attention when she was completely alone? Fear took over, and she did the only thing that made sense. She ran. But the eerie voice kept echoing behind her as she escaped down the trail. What would you do in that moment? Would you turn back to find out what was making the sounds? Or would you run before it's too late? Sometimes the forest speaks, but not every voice wants to be found. This video was shared by YouTuber Dave Explores, who ventured deep into a remote mountain range, but what he discovered left him speechless. Carved and painted across the Rocky Mountain wall were ancient red drawings, strange human-like figures, and symbols that looked far too deliberate to be random.
It's just insane to think about how old these are and they're still here. It is amazing. Like, I wonder what they were thinking about when they made these, you know? Obviously that one is of a person, but then what's this huge thing that looks almost like a fish in a way? And then a really tall person, look at that, it looks almost like a monster. Huge legs, just going way up. That's crazy to look at, isn't it? Over 200 years old, at least. Got the lizard person, and then whatever that was supposed to be. Looks like a face, doesn't it? That's what that one looks like.
The markings seem to have been there for centuries, weathered by time yet still eerily vivid, as if someone wanted their message to never fade. But what were they trying to say? Were these warnings, ritual signs, or perhaps a message from an ancient civilization that once lived here? If you stumbled across something like this, alone, in the middle of nowhere, would you keep exploring to uncover its meaning, or turn back before discovering something you weren't meant to see? Some markings tell stories, others warn you to leave. This intense video was posted by YouTuber Black Crag, who decided to take his adventure to the next level quite literally. He hiked high into the mountain valley, a place so steep and dangerous that most people wouldn't even dare to go near it. One wrong step and you'd tumble straight down the rocky slope below. Yet, he pushed forward, driven by the thrill of exploration and the breathtaking view waiting at the top. The wind roared wildly, echoing through the cliffs, as if warning him to turn back, but he didn't.
Gonna start concentrating and digging in, but before we do that, look at it. Look at it down the valley. Oh hell, cat bells there. That's stunning. The whole lot, look at it. Right, concentrate now. Let's go straight up here. A little bit polished. So I've got a bit of a decision point here. We can go around the edge here, look around to the left, and then up the back of this crag here, or we can just tackle it straight on. So we're going to go straight on. It looks pretty steep actually. Well, we'll go and have a look. So actually, yeah, as you get a bit closer, you can kind of see that you can just pick your way up anywhere, look, any which way you fancy. So let's try this way first. It is kind of polished, look, see that there? Quite a bit. But we'll go up this central bit here, and then that's pretty much it done, I think. Oh, I need two hands. Oh, got my foot stuck. Yeah, it was okay. It's a bit tricky with one hand and trying to film and point it the right way. But if you do come here, to be mindful, it is polished. It'll be different in the wet as well. And I reckon in the winter, if it ices up, that'll probably stay iced for quite a long time, you know. Even when other places have thawed, I bet it's covered in thick ice. So that's two done. One more to do here, and then it's pretty much straight up, I think. Straight, you know, kind of plain sailing. Get my breath back first. Oh, this looks very straightforward actually. It looks pretty tricky from below because you can't see this shelf, but it's alright.
Standing there surrounded by nothing but clouds and the raw pulse of nature, it was both terrifying and beautiful. Would you ever dare to climb this high just to experience that feeling? The edge of fear meeting the edge of freedom? Or would you stay safe below, watching from afar? Sometimes the best views come with the greatest risks. The fear doesn't stop here. It only grows. This eerie video was shared by a Reddit user, and it captures something truly unsettling deep in the woods. While hiking through the forest during a storm, he noticed the trees swaying violently, almost as if they were alive, fighting against the wind. One by one, the branches began to snap, and the trees groaned like they were about to collapse. The storm raged harder, but instead of running, he stood still, recording as nature unleashed its fury. The sight was both mesmerizing and terrifying. Imagine being alone in the forest, the wind howling, the trees bending to the point of breaking. Would you keep filming, or turn back before something falls your way? Sometimes, the forest doesn't need creatures or ghosts to be terrifying. Nature itself can remind us just how small we really are. What would you do in that moment? What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. This incredible video posted by YouTuber Josh the Intern might just be one of his most mysterious adventures yet. He discovered an 800-year-old document that described a hidden medieval prison, buried deep in the mountains, a place few have ever seen. Using only Google Maps and his courage, he set off on a long, exhausting hike. After hours of climbing through rugged terrain, he finally stumbled upon something chilling, an ancient stone tower, standing silent in the middle of nowhere. Inside, he found a dark cave, a prison carved into the heart of the mountain.
So I'm just by the structure I could see on Google Earth, and here is the cave we need to try and find a way into. And from here you can almost see that is bricks piled up. That is not naturally done. We'll go explore the structure beside it because it must be related, and hopefully we can find an entrance leading into that cave somewhere around it. Big brick walls. Question is, what is this structure? Is there any way inside? Oh, yes there is. Here we go. That is an entrance into the cave. That structure that we saw over there, this building that I'm in now, obviously housed the entrance inside, which confirms for us that this must be the prison. This must have been a guard post. I have never seen anything like this before. Look at this. I mean, it's exactly how it's described in the historical documents. We have found it. Whew, let's go inside and explore. You got a little structure here too. Maybe this is where the bed was? This was really built to be hidden. Here you can actually see a carved actual place here. Maybe they would have put candles to light it at night.
But why would anyone build a prison here? Isolated, unreachable, with no escape and no roads leading in or out. Who were the people once trapped here? Would you dare to hike into the unknown, chasing a mystery that's been buried for centuries? Some secrets were never meant to be found. This fascinating video was shared by Archaeolog, a YouTuber known for uncovering hidden treasures lost to time. While treasure hunting deep in the forest, his metal detector suddenly gave a strange signal. Something big was buried beneath the ground. Curious, he began to dig, and what he found left him completely stunned. Hidden beneath layers of dirt was an ancient box, weathered by time. When he opened it, the contents glittered. Coins, jewelry, and priceless relics, treasures that looked like they had been buried for centuries. But here's the mystery. Why would someone hide something so valuable in a place like this? Was it meant to be protected, or was it never meant to be found? If you were the one who uncovered this treasure, what would you do next? Keep it, report it, or dig deeper to uncover the full story? Every treasure tells a secret. This chilling photo was shared by a Reddit user who was hiking deep in the woods when he stumbled upon this. A doll's head, mounted on a stick, standing alone in the middle of the forest. He snapped a quick picture and turned back immediately. But the real question is, who put it there? Was it meant to scare people away, or is it a warning sign left by someone who didn't want to be found? The woods were completely silent, no one around, just this creepy figure staring back. If you came across something like this while hiking, would curiosity make you go closer, or would instinct tell you to run before things get really strange? Sometimes the scariest things in the forest aren't animals, they're the things left behind by humans. What do you think this could mean? This intense video was posted by a Reddit user who was hiking through the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Tennessee, USA, when he suddenly encountered something terrifying. Out of nowhere, a bear cub came charging toward him on the trail. Instead of running, he quickly pulled out his camera to record the moment. But here's the scary part. Where there's a cub, there's always a mother nearby. Imagine being in that situation, standing alone in the woods, with a cub running straight at you, knowing that its mother could appear any second, and we all know how dangerous a protective mother bear can be. Would you stand still and record like he did? Or would you take off running before the mother bear shows up? What do you think you'd do if you came face to face with a cub in the wild, knowing something much bigger might be watching you? The line between reality and nightmare blurs right here. This chilling video was shared by a TikTok user, and it captures one of the most terrifying moments a hiker could ever experience. He was hiking alone at night deep in the wilderness, when suddenly a loud, blood-curdling scream echoed through the dark forest. It didn't sound like any animal he'd ever heard before. His heart started racing, panic setting in. He quickly turned off his flashlight, hoping whatever was out there wouldn't notice him. But the screaming continued, echoing through the trees, strange, haunting and unrelenting. Then, just as suddenly as it began, the forest fell silent again. Imagine being out there. No lights, no one around, and something unknown lurking in the dark. Would you have stayed still like he did, or run for your life through the black forest? And what do you think could have been making that terrifying sound? Every second pulls us deeper into something truly sinister. This terrifying video was posted by Foxweather on YouTube, and it captures a truly heart-pounding moment in a national park. While exploring the park, a man suddenly found himself face to face with a massive moose, its enormous antlers towering above the brush. The giant creature began moving straight toward him, and in that split second, he made the only smart move. behind a tree, trying not to startle it. He stayed completely still, heart racing, filming the moment as the moose slowly passed by. One wrong move, and things could have gone very differently. Imagine being out there, all alone, with a wild animal that size heading your way. Would you stay calm and hide like he did, or panic and try to run? What would you do if you suddenly came face to face with a moose in the wild? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This eerie video was shared by a TikTok user, and it's been giving viewers chills ever since.
Fucking God! Hold on! What is that? Wait a second. Robin, what is that? What the fuck? Robin, what are you doing? Oh my fucking God, it's running! Dude! No fucking way, what was that?
What the hell is that over there?
Two men were out in the wilderness, far from civilization, when they spotted something strange in the distance. At first, it appeared to be a person, tall and upright, motionless. But the longer they stared, the less human it seemed. It wasn't shaped like any animal either, just a creepy, shadowy figure standing still among the trees. Panicked, one of them fired a shot into the air, and in an instant the figure vanished without a trace. Ever since, people online have been debating what they really saw. Some claim it was Bigfoot, others say it was something far more supernatural. So what do you think they encountered that day? Would you have fired that warning shot or turned back before things got even stranger? From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. This intense video was posted by Highlight Real Sports on YouTube, and it captures a heart-stopping moment in the mountains. A group of hikers were out enjoying the breathtaking views and peaceful sounds of nature when, out of nowhere, a massive bear began charging straight toward them. Panic instantly set in, hearts pounding, adrenaline rushing, but instead of running, they stood their ground, yelling and waving to scare the bear off. For a few terrifying seconds, it looked like the bear wasn't backing down, until finally it turned and disappeared back into the forest. Relief washed over them, but that's a moment they'll never forget. Now imagine you're hiking in the wild and a bear charges at you. Would you stand your ground and try to scare it off, or turn and run for your life? Could you stay calm in a moment like that? Fear lingers in the silence, waiting for its moment. This terrifying video was posted by DopDoc on YouTube, and it's the kind of encounter no hiker ever wants to face. A man was riding his bike through a quiet forest trail, enjoying the peace and thrill of nature, when suddenly he noticed something moving quickly behind him. He turned around, and there it was, a bear sprinting straight toward him. Panic took over. His heart pounded as he pedaled with everything he had, racing down the trail desperate to find a place to hide. After a few intense moments, he finally managed to lose the bear and escape, shaken but alive. Now imagine yourself in that situation. You're biking alone and a wild bear starts chasing you. Would you try to outrun it, hide, or stand your ground? How would you handle that heart-stopping moment in the wild? The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This photo was posted by a Reddit user, and what happened next will shock you. In 2014, a 22-year-old student went hiking with his friends in the deep woods of New Jersey. During their trip, he spotted a massive black bear wandering nearby and decided to snap this photo. What he didn't know was that this would be the last photo he ever took. Moments later, that same bear attacked and killed him. It's a chilling reminder that bears aren't just cute forest creatures, they're wild, unpredictable, and deadly. So let me ask you this. If you were in his place, deep in the forest and face to face with a black bear, what would you do? Would you stay calm and take the shot, or drop everything and run? Because sometimes one brave moment can be your last. The fear doesn't stop here, it only grows. This eerie video was posted by a TikTok user, and it shows a man hiking deep in the Ohio forest when he suddenly hears something truly unnerving, a strange echoing sound that chills him to the bone. But instead of turning back, he decides to keep hiking, determined to find out where the sound is coming from.
Ones that are worth cut. I hope I got that on audio. And there it is again. And I haven't the foggiest clue what the hell be making that noise out here. We don't have wild pigs. We sure shit ain't got no howler monkeys floating around these woods.
The forest grows quieter, darker, and every step forward feels more dangerous than the last. The mysterious noise continues, almost as if something, or someone, is watching him from the shadows. Now, imagine this. You're alone in the forest, miles from anyone, and you start hearing creepy, unexplainable sounds echoing through the trees. Would you keep going to see what's out there, or turn back before things get worse? And what do you think could be making that sound? An animal, the wind, or something far stranger? What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. This video was posted by State Treasures on YouTube, and what he captured will leave you speechless. While hiking with his drone through a remote mountain range, he discovered something truly mysterious. A dark cave carved deep into the side of a massive cliff. It looked ancient, like it's been there for centuries, but here's the strange part. There's no visible path leading to it. No trail, no steps, nothing. So the question is, how did it even get there?
It kind of appears like the front of the cave, that there was a ledge there that's collapsed and fallen away. Now, I'm not sure how they would get there. It's a sheer rock face, although it does look to the left there that there is actually a ledge that perhaps they could have walked along. Now, looking into the cave, I do see what appears to perhaps be black soot, which could indicate there was actually fires in there. And it also appears like I see perhaps a little fire pit there, with even some black charcoal left over in it. As you can see, there's a series of smaller caves all along this cliff that definitely warrant a closer look. The smaller cave here I found really interesting. It appears there's a log or like a tree trunk, quite long, so I'm not sure how, it's not like it could fall in there, so I'm not sure how it would have gotten in there.
Was it formed naturally, or could someone have made it? And if so, why? What do you think? If you found a cave like this in the middle of nowhere, would you dare to explore it, or turn back before it's too late? Archaeolog Page posted this video on YouTube, and what he discovered will blow your mind. While hiking with his metal detector, he suddenly got a strange signal, something deep beneath the ground. Curious, he started digging, and what he uncovered was beyond anything he expected. Buried inside a block of old concrete were ancient treasures, artifacts that looked like they'd been hidden for decades, maybe even centuries. But here's the real mystery. Who buried them? And why would someone go through all that trouble to seal valuable items underground where they might never be found again? Was it an attempt to protect something valuable during a war? A secret stash from a forgotten era? Or could it be part of something even bigger? A buried history waiting to be revealed? What do you think? If your metal detector started beeping in the middle of nowhere, would you dig it up or walk away, not knowing what might be hidden down there? This video was posted by a TikToker who went out with a partner to enjoy a calm afternoon by the lake, sipping mimosas and relaxing in the woods. Everything seemed perfect until the peace was shattered in seconds.
You're lying. Are you lying to me? No, it's right there. You can still see it. Is it gonna get me? Be looking. It's a big nail. Do you see? Oh my god! Don't start running.
Out of nowhere, a kangaroo burst through the trees, charging straight toward them. Its sudden speed and size made it look more like an attacker than an animal. The couple jumped to their feet and ran as the camera shook wildly before cutting off completely. Viewers were left frozen, unsure what happened next. Luckily, since the clip was uploaded later, it's safe to say they escaped. Still, that unexpected encounter left everyone wondering, what if it hadn't stopped running? This video was shared on Cohen Paranormal on YouTube, showing a chilling encounter that left viewers uneasy. While driving down a dark, empty forest road in Oxfordshire, UK, a group spotted something strange flickering in the distance. At first, it looked like a shining light, but then it began to move, swaying side to side, rising and dipping in ways no aircraft or light ever could. The glow pulsed brighter, almost intentionally. They captured this moment, but none of them really understands what it is. Even after sharing it, no one could still explain what it was. Is it a drone, a spirit, or something far beyond our understanding? What do you think they saw that night? A TikToker and family were staying near a remote cemetery deep in South America. Late one night, curiosity got the better of them, and they decided to explore the graveyard, recording everything on camera. At first, everything seemed quiet, just the sound of wind through the tombstones. But then, something horrifying happened.
¡Eres un demonio! Acércate para que lo veas de cerca. Se está moviendo.
Elizabeth, ¿estás aquí?
Mira. Va a salir, compa. Mira cómo se mueve, Mira.
Se está moviendo la tierra.
Mira, si quieres, dale frente, cara, si mira más, mira. Mira. Elizabeth, sal. Se está manifestando, güey. Sal, Elizabeth.
Cuidado.
Mira, güey.
¿Elizabeth?
Se está moviendo. ¿Quieres salir, Elizabeth? Mira, se está moviendo.
Mírala.
Se está
moviendo.
No manches, güey.
Literalmente es pura tierra. Se está moviendo la tierra como que algo quiere salir de la tierra.
Va a salir, güey. Va a salir, güey.
One of the graves began to move. The soil started shifting, rising and falling, as if something underneath was desperately trying to break free. The camera shook as panic set in, but the movement didn't stop. It was slow, deliberate, unnatural. The video quickly went viral, with people arguing over what it showed. A trapped soul, someone buried alive, or something much darker. Whatever it was, that graveyard will never be forgotten. Would you dare to stand there and keep recording? This video was posted by Outer Range on YouTube, a creator known for exploring remote and mysterious mountains. During one of his hikes, he stumbled upon something that stopped him cold. Strange markings carved into a massive rock. The symbols appeared deliberate, almost as if they were trying to send a message. As he moved forward, he noticed dozens of handprints smeared across the stone wall, some faint, others dark and dried like old blood. A few even looked small, as if they had been made by children.
Look how covered this wall is with these little hand pictographs. It's a very small person's hand, so if it was a child, they're all over the ceiling here. And they're, you know, the floor might have been a bit lower then, but they're almost a child's height too. See these little markings here, and look, right here is a little stick with a burnt end on it.
The entire scene felt wrong, silent, heavy, and eerie, like the place itself was holding onto a memory. Were these marks part of an ancient ritual, a warning, or something far more disturbing? What do you think those bloody handprints were trying to tell? This video was shared by a TikTok page and has left viewers completely speechless. While hiking alone in the mountains, a man spotted something strange moving up the hill. A tall black figure with a giant body walking upright like a human.
Estoy viendo algo que se mueve por esta parte de ahí. Algo de color negro. Parece una persona, pero se mueve medio raro.
But it didn't move like one, and it definitely didn't look like any known animal. The man barely kept his camera on it, clearly shaken by what he was seeing. Some who've watched the clip believe it was a giant. Others claim it could be Bigfoot or even a Sasquatch. The figure eventually disappeared into the mist, leaving nothing but questions behind. What kind of creature walks like that? Could it really be something unknown, or was it something even darker hiding in those mountains? This video was posted by Basecamp Chris on YouTube, showing what started as a calm night hike that quickly turned unsettling. Deep in the woods, under the dim glow of his lamp, strange sounds began to echo through the trees, low, distant, and unlike anything natural.
Thanks for coming along. Keep hiking.
At first he thought it might be an animal, but the noises grew louder, circling him from different directions. The air felt heavier, the forest unnervingly still. He turned his light around, scanning the darkness, but nothing was there. Every instinct screamed to leave, and he did, moving fast before things got worse. Whatever was making those sounds didn't want him there. Would you stay and find out what it was, or run? This video was posted by Moya Meringue on YouTube, and it's the kind of camping story no one ever wants to experience. While spending the night deep in the woods, he woke up to faint noises outside his tent. Curious, he peeked out and froze. Just a few feet away, 3 massive lions were lying on the ground, resting peacefully in the dark. Their slow breathing and the glint of their eyes under the moonlight made the scene even more terrifying. He couldn't move, couldn't make a sound. One wrong move and it could have been over. What were they doing there? Hunting, resting, or waiting for their next meal? Would you have the courage to stay silent with 3 lions right outside your tent? These pictures were posted by a Reddit user who was camping in the Ouachita National Forest. In the middle of the night, he had to get up, and what he saw made his blood run cold. As he looked up into a tree above his head, a copperhead snake was there, silently snaking along the branches, snagging cicadas as they molted. The snake moved with terrifying precision, completely focused on its prey, and for a moment it felt like it was aware of him standing just below. The quiet of the forest, the darkness, and the sudden realization that a venomous predator was so close made the moment unforgettable. Just a casual night in the woods turned into a chilling reminder. Nature is beautiful, but it's also deadly. Sometimes you have to just be watchful while in a place surrounded by different creatures.
Made it to the Appalachian Mountains. So far, no skinwalker.
This video was posted by Psychopoly on YouTube, who decided to hike deep into the Appalachian Mountains, a place surrounded by countless legends of skinwalkers and strange disappearances. After hours of hiking, he finally made it out safely and started recording a quick victory video. But just as he hit record, an eerie, bone-chilling sound echoed through the forest. It was deep, distorted, and unlike anything human or animal. The moment froze him in shock. Even the forest seemed to fall silent after the sound faded. What do you think made that noise? Could it have been a skinwalker? Or something even worse hiding in those woods? 2 ladies went camping in a forest, even though there were clear warnings not to. They spent the day enjoying themselves, hiking and taking in the scenery, feeling bold and confident. But once night fell, things got creepy fast. Strange noises started coming from the woods, twigs snapping, rustling, and sounds that didn't make any sense.
Yeah. Oh, is that a map? Oh, no camping is allowed in this woods.
Oh my god.
Well, we're doing it anyway.
That's it. Well, it's the floor's on the door. I mean... Ooh.
Oh, no cheesecake? Would you like cheesecake?
No, I'll be sick.
So will I when I'm running from someone later?
That'll weigh you down. I wouldn't eat it. I wouldn't eat that, mate. I'll weigh you down. I'm telling you.
That's from the best bits happen.
What? Yeah, me burping like that. It's terrible. Should I go to sleep now?
They had no idea what was out there. Trapped in their tent all night, every shadow and sound made them jump. By morning, they were shaken and certain. Never again. Some places have warnings for a reason, and this was one of them. Would you dare spend a night somewhere everyone says not to? This video was posted on a YouTube page, and it's one of those clips that leaves more questions than answers. In the middle of the wilderness, something strange was caught on camera, a figure moving in the distance. It didn't look human, but it didn't look like an animal either. Its movements were odd, almost deliberate, and the moment it seemed to notice it was being watched, it vanished behind the trees. Even from far away, the shape and motion felt unnatural, like something that wasn't meant to be seen. What could it be? A creature hiding in plain sight, or something far beyond explanation? And if it was watching from that distance, how many others might be watching too? Hangboner TV, a channel known for paranormal activities and exploring some other random stuff. In this video, he explored an abandoned mining village in Japan, a place steeped in tragedy and rumoured to be haunted. He spotted a lone figure standing by a pole, but when he waved, the man bolted unnaturally fast into the woods. Who was he? A villager, or something else?
Alright, that was really friggin' weird. So, I was coming around this bend, and there was somebody standing there. I swear, someone's just standing there right at that orange pole thing. And I waved to him. And then for some reason he just took off all the way down there. I have no idea why. Well, that was weird. Hello? I have not been down there yet. It's also kind of strange how there's just this random flat area. Thought I heard something. Kind of nervous about going down there. Like, who the hell did I just see?
Moments later, a voice echoed in the woods. He called out, but no one answered. Would you have stayed or run back to the car? Then, a little rock was hit against his vehicle. No one was around. Was it a warning?
But yeah, like there's literally very little tread on the outs. The hell was that? Someone just literally hit the car. It almost sounded like somebody threw a rock at my car. What the f***? Okay, something really weird is going on. Hello? Can you not do that, please?
Finally, his light cut out by itself right after the spirit box whispered locked. Coincidence or proof the dead still walk here?
So that way we can chill here for a little bit. Not too long, but I'm just curious as to like who the hell that person was that ran off into the woods. Like, are they actually living out there? Whoa. The light just went out. Did you do that? The hell?
Some places never let go of their shadows, but things don't calm down for long. The next story proves that shows that. A YouTuber, Moxley's Paranormal World, who is known for his terrifying solo investigation in the dark and the most haunted places imaginable, shared this scary encounter. He ventures deep into a forest whispered to be home to the Dogman, a cryptid said to terrify anyone foolish enough to wander in alone at night. While walking around the forest, branches snap in the distance, voices come through the spirit box, chilling words like optimism and Jordan. Imagine standing there alone when the device suddenly blurts. A girl was killed. In the night, alone by yourself, hearing these strange words, what's your next move?
You show yourself.
A woman here.
Oh, every noise has got me on edge. A woman here. Is she here with me now?
A girl was killed.
A girl was killed. Okay.
Photo.
Photo.
We don't mean harm.
You don't mean harm. There has been a lot of...
I feel lost.
You feel lost? Are people mistaking your presence for somebody who needs some help?
Choose.
Choose. Right, it said church. Look at this, what I've just found.
Watch what I do.
Watch what I do. Are you going to do something for me? Right, I'm literally trying to take a little bit of cover just here at this at these trees, because that wind was absolutely picking up. The trees above me were just going like this.
Many words kept coming out of the spirit talker devices. Would you keep walking or run? Then words like, have been here for a century, I was burned. Does that mean the spirit has been lurking here for centuries? What would you do? Keep pushing forward or escape before it's too late? Things only grow darker from here. Brace yourself for what comes next. We got this story from Midwest Ghost Hunters on YouTube, a channel well known for its terrifying explorations of haunted places where the line between the living and the dead often blurs. His journey begins at the Red Bridge, haunted by the spirit of a woman who drove off and died. Legend says if you stop your car, her ghost appears and you'll never start it again. Some even claim she pushes cars off the bridge, leaving behind her ghostly handprints. Suddenly, branches move on command, not the wind, but as if something unseen is answering. Imagine asking a spirit to show itself, and the trees obey. What are you doing next?
Ma'am, could you show yourself on this bridge? Oh, whoa. What the? Whoa, that bridge just moved. I might be going crazy, but I saw that branch over there start swaying back and forth. I know it's windy, but it isn't that windy. Okay, I gotta check this out. It was this one, right here. Holy crap! Okay.
He then saw a shadow in a mist form. Then a woman's voice echoed beneath the bridge, whispering for help. His entire body tingles as if the air itself is alive. Is it true that ghosts truly haunt people? Would you dare cross that bridge alone?
Whoa. I think I got something in that one. I caught another one. Whoa. There's a freaking mist right over here. And it's gone now. It's completely gone. Whoa. Holy moly. It was just right over here. And now it's completely gone. I got a weird feeling over here. I'm getting like a tingly feeling in my whole body. Whoa! I just heard a woman's voice. I couldn't tell what she said, but it sounded like it came from, like, under the bridge. Hello there. I heard you loud and clear. Are you underneath this bridge? I'm gonna try to get as far down here as I can.
The last clip was chilling, but this next one feels like pure nightmare fuel. Chussa Chad on YouTube shares this terrifying encounter in the woods. He's known for going to haunted, abandoned, and mysterious places, and trust me, this one will make your skin crawl. He slips into the park after midnight. The gates are locked, the warning signs scattered everywhere, but curiosity pushes him forward. The trail twists, the night air heavy, almost suffocating. Suddenly, movement. A shadow darts across his path. Too quick for a person, too solid for a trick of the light. Was something following him? On the ground, a flashlight still glowing, a number scratched into its side. Who left it there? And why does it feel like a warning?
Yo! Yo, look. Let me turn my light off. Look, there's a flashlight that's on. That's just sitting right here. What the hell? There's just a flashlight sitting here. Okay, what the hell? It has number 7 on it. Or an L?
Or a 1 or something? I don't know. Looks like a 7 to me. Okay, that's really weird. That's weird. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that. I don't know what is going on with that. But, okay, look at where I am, dude. I walked kind of far back here.
He sensed there was someone in the woods, but nothing was visible to him. He heard a voice, but when he spoke, nobody has responded. Are they trying to lure him into the forest? If this were you, would you dare take another step deeper? Or would you run before the forest swallows you whole? If your skin wasn't crawling already, it definitely will after this. We got this story from Urban Ghosts on YouTube, a channel known for diving deep into the world's creepiest, most haunted places. This time, the adventure took him into the Clemson Experimental Forest, a place surrounded by unmarked graves and whispers of restless spirits. He hiked deep into the woods, no flashlight, only darkness closing in, not knowing what to expect. Will you dare hike alone at night with no flashlight to see what is going on around you? Suddenly, the Spirit Talker app lit up with a chilling message. Fail. Stay out of the forest.
But it is so cool. Words cannot describe how eerie it is out here. And the feeling. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It said fail and stay out of the forest. Holy crap. Oh, my noise was off. Why don't you want me in the forest? Huh? Other people come out here and have a good time. Why can't I be here? Is it because I'm doing what I'm doing? Well, don't be shy now. Come on. I'll put my tripod down for a second. Because I just got those hits. Let's see if we get anything else right here.
Who was warning him, and why? After being warned to stay out of the forest by a spirit app, will you want to go further? Nobody knows what to expect in the forest after being warned not to go. From eerie to bone-chilling, this next clip drags us even deeper into fear. We got this story from Franco TV on YouTube, a channel known for solo explorations into places where fear feels alive. It's pitch black 11:31 PM, the same time strange things happened here before. He steps into the Skinwalker Ranch. Out of nowhere, two glowing lights pierce through the darkness in the distance. They don't move like an animal. They don't shine like anything human. Just hovering there, silent, watching.
Right now I have my IR light on. There it is. There it is. I see you. Oh, what the fuck is that? Yo, I thought there was like people in the trees. Look at that. There it is. Oh my god, that thing is tall. I want to see if I could walk inside. I don't even want to walk inside, to be honest. But I'm going to see if I could get a little bit closer to see what the hell those eyes are. Fuck. Did it move? I did hear like a snapping of wood. Hola! Oh shit. Fuck was that? There's definitely somebody in there. I don't know what the fuck that was, but that definitely sounded human.
do you think that was? Could it be something, or someone placed it there to keep an eye on the forest? Would you keep walking, or turn back before it finds you? But things don't calm down for long. The next story proves that. We got this story from Black Mass Paranormal on YouTube, a channel known for exploring the darkest corners of Appalachia, where legends are said to walk in the night. He was hiking deep in the forest when he froze in his tracks. Standing right in the middle of the trail was what he called a baby squatch, upright, motionless, its dark eyes locked on him. Just imagine. You're alone in the woods, and something like that is watching you.
Base of this trail, and he's just as confused as I am. That is a baby squatch standing in the trail. Look at that. He's like frozen, standing straight up. I'm looking at him and I'm wandering off.
But here's the real question. If the baby is here, could the mother be hiding close by, silently observing? What happens if that baby lets out a cry and the mother decides to strike? Imagine being in the forest surrounded by animals you don't know, the version of them you're facing. Would you dare keep going, or run before the dogman finds you? From one frightening moment to the next, this story might be the scariest yet. This story comes from a Reddit user who was hiking deep in Algonquin Park when she stumbled upon something truly unsettling. She captioned it, "Creepiest thing I've come across in the Algonquin backcountry."
I'm not going any farther, but...
Hidden beneath the forest floor was what looked like the remains of an old cellar, the ruins of a long-forgotten cabin that had collapsed. The ground itself seemed to swallow the whole structure, leaving behind nothing but shadows and mystery. Old, rusted objects were scattered outside. Iron tools, twisted and unrecognizable, as if abandoned in a hurry. Who left them there? And why was this place left to rot in silence? Imagine being alone, miles away from civilization, and suddenly discovering a crumbling cellar in the middle of the woods. Was it just history, or is there something more sinister still lurking beneath the earth? From eerie to bone-chilling, this next clip drags us even deeper into fear. This video was uploaded by Rugged Road Explorers on YouTube. He is known for hiking deep into the remote regions of the Rocky Mountains and the vast deserts of the American Southwest. He shared this unsettling journey that caught attention. It started normally. He was making his way along a cliffside in southeast Utah searching for ruins, but then something strange appeared. Clear in the dirt, a massive track too large to dismiss. Was it a panther or something far stranger?
The reason I slowed down is because, check it out, right here, I don't know if you can see it, that's a panther track right there. Alright, I like being up top where I've got a lot of clear area to see. This is getting tight in here.
Deep in the ruins, silence fell heavy. The place was too tight, but he kept pushing forward. A dead rat lay in the shadows, a warning of something lurking nearby. Would you keep going after seeing that, or turn back immediately? Then he captured something even creepier. Old handprints covering the walls. Whose hands were those? Ancient dwellers, or something still haunting these cliffs?
Oh, look at the handprints. Hold on, I gotta zoom in for you guys. That's pretty awesome, and they really, really show up. Look at that. over the wall there. Where they really took the time to smooth out the inside.
What do you think? Was this simply history preserved, or something alive in the ruins? Some places never stop watching you. Jose Flores Terror on YouTube, whose channel is known for venturing into the darkest forests in search of terrifying paranormal activity, shared this scary encounter. He enters one of the most haunted forests in the region, a place where people vanish without a trace. Locals warn of ghostly cries and children's voices that lure travelers deeper, and they never return. After hiking deep in the forest, everywhere was dark, and he was just alone with his flashlight and camera when he began to hear footsteps behind him, as if something was following him.
Es un poquito más como que los árboles entrelazados, un poquito diferente. Ok, se acaban de escuchar pasos atrás de mí. Ay. De repente como si viniera algo atrás de mí porque se siente como una presencia atrás. Ay. Ay.
After hearing so much about the forest, what will you do in that situation? Will you go back before it gets darker? But he didn't go back. After some while, he started hearing some voices whisper in the distance like someone crying. But there's no one around the forest.
Se están escuchando voces. Ay. Ay. Se están escuchando estas voces que parece ser como que vienen hacia acá o están a lo lejos, pero lo extraño es que no puede haber personas acá, no hay personas acá, estoy completamente seguro, o sea, personas físicas no son. Hoy. Hoy. Hoy, 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 otra vez.
This peaceful hike into the forest was one to forget for him. Would you dare stay in this forest, knowing every voice could belong to the dead? The last clip was chilling, but this next one feels like pure nightmare fuel. This encounter is shared by Danny Adventure 88 on YouTube, a channel known for daring solo explorations and terrifying encounters deep in haunted forests. He went camping deep in central Java's infamous Alas Kunci, where tragedy struck. It is said that a young boy ended his life there just a week ago. The locals talked about Dutch women tortured in these woods, their bodies discarded without graves, and their restless spirits still wandering around the forest. With all this dark history, will you dare camp overnight there? While still being courageous and enjoying his camp without fear, suddenly, he started hearing knocking sounds echoing through the trees. No wind, no movement, just a sound of something he didn't know about. Yet the forest feels alive and heavy.
Walaupun mencoba menghiraukan, tapi tetap rasanya tuh aku kepo ke sana itu.
What he's experiencing is definitely not what he had planned when he came. What do you think these wandering spirits of the forest are, or something far darker stalking me tonight? Things only grow darker from here. Brace yourself for what comes next. Jupri Karim's a YouTuber, and he is known for testing his courage by camping in the most haunted, dangerous places at night. He went camping just as he had always camped around many dangerous forests. But this time around, it was terrifying. At first, everything seemed calm, until he began hearing strange movements around the camp. Footsteps, whispers, something circling the tent. Then it appeared. He saw a figure lurking behind the trees, watching him in silence. The moment his flashlight touches it, it disappears seconds later.
Gak tahu teman-teman. Astagfirullahaladzim. Ya teman-teman itu. Kelihatan gak di balik kayu itu? Astagfirullahaladzim, ya Allah. La hawla wa la quwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. La hawla wa la quwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. La hawla wa la quwata illa billahi al-aliyyil azim. Asal kena lampu senter, dia menghilang, teman-teman.
What was that? Is that a ghost watching him? Or some far more mysterious? After seeing this, will you dare camp in this cursed place knowing the darkness itself is alive? But things don't calm down for long. The next story shows that. We got this story from Cuba Mystery on YouTube. He is popular for venturing into haunted places and capturing chilling encounters on camera. This time, Cuba set up camp in a cursed bamboo forest, a place where a man once died tragically after being impaled by a falling branch of a bamboo tree. Locals say his spirits still linger here. Will you dare camp in a place where you don't know what to expect? While eating, he was violently interrupted. Unseen forces attacked, shaking the bamboo and rattling his nerves. He heard the bamboo shaking but could not see anything.
Allahu Akbar. Ini sangat coba penasaran juga sih teman-teman. Ini malah kita kayak seperti diganggu. Tapi nggak tahu juga siapa itu. Apa kita lagi makan, mereka datang ke sini teman-teman.
Are they trying to scare him away from the forest? Or who or what is disturbing shaking the bamboo? Would you dare camp here alone? Let me know what you guys think. From one frightening moment to the next, this story might be the scariest yet. Got this story from Franco TV on YouTube. He's known for venturing into the world's most haunted places often alone, and capturing what others are too afraid to witness. This time, he went into a pet cemetery. It was previously a baby cemetery, but later changed to a pet cemetery. As he entered the cemetery, he heard these unexplained bangs and even a rope swinging from a tree. Was this really just a pet cemetery, or something far more sinister? After walking deep into the cemetery, he saw eyes staring at him deep in the trees, but couldn't see them again, so he turned on his thermal so he could check what might be lurking around him. Then he caught a dark figure waving from deep within the trees, human-like.
Here alone, I'm already hearing sounds of banging of metal clanking on something, but further from in front of me. Wish me luck. I'm excited, scared, nervous. I'm missing home right now. But that being said, let's get into the video. So right now I'm at the cemetery, right in front of me. And with the night vision, look up there. You see that blinking light? This is why cell phones give away your position. But that blinking light is 100% somebody's phone. I thought I saw something else move. That was me, this light here. I hope nobody comes here to do something else. The last time that I was here, I was able to see something on the thermal imaging camera peeking out at me from one of the trees in the darkness. I don't know what the hell that was, whether if that was an animal or a person, but not so long after that, I was able to see what looked like a silhouette of a person walking, only because of the light behind the area. And when I shined the flashlight, nothing was evident. But I want to do another walkthrough of this place. Now, this place is gigantic. Listen. What was that? I just heard something up here. Jesus Christ. I'm already regretting my decision. Is that a rope?
What do you think is waving at him at the cemetery? Is it a ghost or a spirit that has been wandering around the cemetery? Would you dare to spend the night here? From one frightening moment to the next, this story might be the scariest yet. A YouTuber, Skara, who is known for exploring haunted forests across Kalimantan, where storms and myths collide with the unknown, shared this on his channel. He went deep in the jungle and he saw something quite unusual, a house standing alone in the wilderness, where trees and bushes surround everywhere. Who built a home here, in the middle of nowhere? What is the house meant for, because normal people are not meant to live there alone in the forest?
Rumah atau apa ya di bagian kanan gua? Gua trekking di nggak tahu men, ini ada orang sini sini. Gua nge-trekking hutan belantara di sini men, gak ada tempat terbuka loh. Gak ada tempat terbuka loh. Gua buka satelit beberapa kali di sini, gak ada tempat terbuka seluas ini men di sini.
Then he started smelling cooked food drifting from the trees. Where was it coming from? Suddenly he saw an old woman. She's asking for water. She had human-like feet, yet her presence screamed not human. After he gave her water, she headed back into the forest. Who was she, and what was she doing in the forest at night?
Allahu Akbar, la ilaha illallah. Cuk, minta banyu nenek cuk. Ada nek. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Tunggu nek. Permisi nek. Bentar nek. Bentar nek. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Nek, Lun permisi, Nek. Permisi, Nek. Maaf apa yang di sini, Nek? Ngapain di sini, Nek? Ulun permisi, Nek. Pian manusia kah? Lain kan, Nek? Ulun permisi, Nek.
Would you dare keep going deeper after encountering something of such? From eerie to bone-chilling, this next clip drags us even deeper into fear. We got this story from Wandi Sumatra on YouTube, a channel known for venturing deep into haunted forests and capturing encounters that most people would never dare to face. He set up camp far inside the forest, cooked, ate, and finally drifted off to sleep. But sometime after midnight, it began. A strange voice, not human, not an animal, just this eerie, otherworldly sound circling his tent. What kind of creature makes a noise like that in the dead of night? Terrified, he forced himself awake and stepped outside, scanning the darkness. That's when he saw it, a ghostly figure, pale and still, staring straight at him, its body unmoving, its eyes fixed.
Astaghfirullah. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. La ilaha illallah. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah. Astaghfirullah.
What was this thing? A restless spirit of the forest? A demon in disguise? Or something older watching from the shadows? If it were you, would you investigate? Or run for your life? If your skin wasn't crawling already, it definitely will after this. Urban Ghosts on YouTube, his channel, is known for exploring some of the most terrifying haunted places in America. And in this video, things in the Devil's Forest took a chilling turn. He hiked deep into the woods alone at night. Suddenly, his Spirit Talker app whispered, "There's a priest." What does that mean? A priest? Out here, in the middle of nowhere? Is it trying to warn him not to go further, that there is danger at the front?
Hello? Hello?
Others are scared.
Others are scared? Well, don't be scared. I swear I heard somebody running. Or something.
There's a priest.
Where?
And just when it seemed the forest had gone quiet, he heard a voice around him that came from behind, so close it made his blood run cold, alone in the woods with just his touch and Spirit Talker app, using it to communicate through his phone.
As much as I've been in the woods, I still can never remember what the heck poison ivy looks like. I always gotta Google it. Heck, I grew up in the woods. I heard something over here. Are you over there? Whoa.
You are authentic.
Well, I appreciate that. I swear. Something, as soon as I turned this way, I heard a voice right behind me. Right over here.
Was he really alone in the forest? Would you dare to stand in the devil's forest after dark?